Hello? I'm so nervous. I don't know how to stream. Hi, hello. Hey, sorry, I gotta adjust my mic again. I'm back. Hello. Sorry for disappearing for 2 months. Hey, how's it going? What's up? Hi, hello. Howdy, birdie. Hello. Sorry for going missing for like 2 freaking months. How do you stream? You just wing it, I believe. But hi, hello. My sincerest apology for going missing. For why is my email going nuts? Why is my... Who just sent money to my PayPal? Oh, send and thank you. Return of the bird, return of the goat. Thank you. Wait, also Ziply, thank you. Very funny. Zio, thank you. Who just sent money to my PayPal? How did you get my pay? Okay, you can probably see my PayPal, but like, how the fuck did you get my... Thank you? What the fuck? Hi. Oh, it got notif sounds now. Yeah, you guys like that? I have to change things up now. I found this super duper pretty like BGM and stream notif alert pack. It's by Toffee. I found it on Toffee on Coffee. But you can check them out on my link on my description. But yeah, I really liked it, so I thought like, why not? Wait, if somebody has her PayPal, drop the link. I will. Do not drop the link to my PayPal. I am going to ban you for like... Does that count as doxing? That counts as doxing. Don't... Didn't you have PayPal link before? Yeah, like whenever you donate to me, it goes into my PayPal, not straight into my actual bank account, because why the fuck would I give it like my actual straight bank account? But still, don't go sharing my actual PayPal account, y'all. Anyway, hi, hello, my sincerest... Oh shit, I don't have a Jico. Shit, I don't have a Jico. I don't have like an introductory whatever. Fuck it. Hi, I'm Kay. If you're new here, I'm a bird. My name is Kay. Sometimes people call me by Karma, but Kay is fine. I don't do much. I stream. I draw sometimes. But yeah, that's the introduction for the new people. For my loyal viewers, what's up? 5 minutes in and she's already sidetracked. I'm sorry. I was so nervous. I don't know what, like, I don't know. Every time that I don't stream for like a length, like let's say like more than 3 weeks of not streaming, you can bet that when I do come back to stream, I'm gonna be like super duper nervous about it. Lying a track exists, exactly. But yeah, my sincerest apologies, because I had to go for like 2 months in preparation for ChibiCon, because I now that I say it out loud, it does sound a bit weird, like ChibiCon, a convention for chibis? No, but like it's basically a weeb convention in Surabaya, and I was tabling alone, and it was gonna be my first ever like completely solo convention, because I did like solo tabling before in Komifuro, and I think it was like Komifuro 21 CF21. I did it alone, and by alone I mean I only carried like my stuff for my table, but I had a helper, right? So I wasn't really alone. But for ChibiCon, for like the one that I did a few weeks ago, I was completely alone. You were so nice. Thank you for making such cool merch. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry if you see me play Crossy Road. Look. Look. Okay. Look. I'm alone on my table, which means I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't. Okay. Look. I'm unlike my previous day. First of all, thank you so much for everybody who who stopped by to say hi. I really appreciate you, and even anybody who purchased my wares or even just came by to say hi and everything. Thank you so much for stopping by. I got so many gifts. Like I got so many freebies. I got so many trades. I got so many snacks and whatnot. Yeah, like you even gave me like in real life fan art. That was so cool. Thank you so much. But dear God, I was alone in my table, so I had nobody to talk to. And I was in the convention for 12 hours. Have you ever tried not talking to anybody for 12 hours? Well, I do it all the time. I don't know why it feels a bit weird when it's a convention and you're like behind a table, but like, it's hard. It's hard as well. So, in between the rush of customers, I had to like occupy my time. Right? I had to occupy my time. So, yeah. I played games, and in between doing the cashier thingy, I watch movies. I watched that very cool animated show, the one with the owls. What was it called again? Rise of the Guardians? Legend of the Guardians? The Owl of Gahul or something? Yeah, I watched that. I wanted to ask, can I embroider a patch of your logo? I don't see why not. Sure. I broke my lurk status from stream straight to in real life. So sorry for being nervous. No, I am sorry for being nervous. Gahul? You mean worse warrior's cat? You take that fucking back. Jesus. Wait, I have a photo. I have a photo of my setup, like behind the scene. For everybody asking, how did the convention go? It went so swimmingly. Weirdly enough, I didn't put much like expectation on myself, considering that A, it's a solo table, B, I didn't have any helper, and C, location-wise, size-wise, the size of the convention hall is a bit smaller than Komipara, and obviously significantly smaller than, you know, like, let's say like Komifuro, because Komifuro is like the biggest, right? So I didn't have like that much expectation on myself, but this was actually the most successful table I've had. So yeah, why does that I keep on getting like this notification like stream status connected on like, I don't know if you guys can see like Skipper's collarbone or something. I don't know if it gets into the stream, but I keep getting this super little notification that says like stream status connected. So I don't know. Wait. I want to show you guys. You don't see it? Okay, then it's just me being crazy then. Cool. So I have a picture of like this, and sorry. I'm gonna send it to myself. Oh, the blinking thing? I saw it from, yeah, I feel like I'm going crazy. Now, half of you are saying you don't see it, and then half of you say that you see it. I'm going crazy. Oh, see, there it is again. Ah! What was that? Did you guys see that? It's like on the left side. Did you guys see that? I saw that. Am I going crazy? Yeah, I caught it. What the hell is that? Why does it keep doing that? It's not... I didn't do anything to my settings, right? Oh, well, whatever. It's not like it matters that much. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much. I'll let it be. I was scared that it might have been like something from my Streamlabs or my Traktir because I haven't opened them in a while. Let me just like let me just get into it. Sorry. I opened like why am I gone now? Why am I gone? Hello? Well, of course this happens when I'm I swear, I'm not doing a bit here. I promise you, I'm not doing a bit here. I don't know what's going on with my stream, genuinely. Okay, there you go. I swear, I'm not doing a bit. This is not like some lore stream or like me trying to jump scare you. I swear it's not. I don't know what I'm doing. I was just gonna make fun. I was just gonna tease you guys like I was scared that the notification that kept blinking was something from my Streamlabs or maybe my Traktir. So in my browser right now, I'm opening Streamlabs and Traktir, except when I open Traktir, oh, there it is again. Except when I open Traktir. Why does this keep happening on my streams? When I was opening Traktir, I forgot that I was opening. If you guys don't know, there's currently this thing called virtual rap battle going on in the ID VTubing, in the Indonesian VTubing scene. Yeah, I forgot that I was casting my vote through Traktir. So when I opened Traktir on my browser, it took me back to the voting screen. And I was so confused. I was so confused, like, this isn't my Traktir. What the hell? Never mind. I see my Traktir now. Yeah, I don't think I changed anything on my... I don't think I changed my settings. Yeah, okay. Jeez. It did appear on your Dono notification. Good. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys my setup because I think it's really funny. Oh shit, oh, never mind, here it is. I suddenly want to hear Kay in rap battle. I can't rap, so sorry. Not gonna be oh yeah, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked, but for somebody asking, yes, I will be going to Komipara in October. It's going to be in Jogja in October 17 and 18. And as some of you may also know, the biggest convention we have here, Komifuro, is also happening in October. Except, unlike Komipara, Komifuro is happening in Halloween at the end of October. Now you might be thinking, Kay, if you're going to be solo tabling in Komipara, it would be a terrible idea to also register for Komifuro, because then you'd have to go to 2 cons in completely different cities, in completely different provinces, with only like a week or 2 margin in between, right? Yeah, I know. That would be so silly. Why would anybody do that? Anyway, I registered for Komifuro. Look, girl, I don't know. No, I'm not gonna be solo tabling Komifuro this time. I registered as a circle. With my friends, but I wasn't the one who the registration was opened like I believe 2 nights ago, right? At least tell us it's with type it. No, 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 no. There's. It's not with type it. It's just me and my friends. I wasn't the one who was responsible for putting in the registration, because whenever you register for like art conventions, at least over here, when the website does come up and it's finally open for registration, you need to input a few things like what's the name of the circle, or what should the table be called, and then who are the artists that will be tabling there and whatnot. So my friend, my beloved friend B, who was in charge of like putting the registration info and everything. Good evening, in sharp. She was like putting in the information for Komifuro, right? Like the how many table and like how many artists and their social media and whatnot, blah 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 blah. But for some reason, my friends put KarmicKrow as the name of the circle. So I don't know. So people might think that I'm solo tabling, but I'm actually not. They just, I don't know, they didn't know what to call the circle, so they called themselves KarmicKrow, and I think it was really funny. It was really funny. I think it was really funny. Like, so they were like, hey, it's not okay if we put your name? And I'm like, I guess so, yeah. And then they were like, cool, we are the Crowlings, and I'm like, you are not the Crowling. I don't know. We are, what a narcissistic name. That's what I told them. I told them, if we're too lazy to think about a circle name, I guess it's fine to use my name, but I don't want them to be bothered by it. Like, I don't want them to feel like this isn't an iCarly situation, you know? Like, oh, but like, but there's like Carly and Sam. Why do you call it iCarly and not iSam? I kept telling them, like, we don't have to use my name. This is not an iCarly situation. We can just like put in like a I don't know, like a placeholder name. But then they were like, nah, it's okay, we are KarmicKrow. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, whatever, bro. If it works, don't worry about it. I honestly don't mind. I just don't want them to think that they're obliged to it. Because I told them, like, since we're getting 2 spaces, like 1 table, that means obviously we're going to share the space, right? And I'm going to pay my share of the space. Of course, we're not just gonna be selling my stuff here, you know? I'm gonna be taking care of you guys too. We are KarmicKrow. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys, what was it? Yeah, okay, so, Jesus, that's big. Why does Streamlab keep doing that? That's so fucking big. So, this was my setup for, ChibiCon. But that's my setup for ChibiCon. I think I should move myself a little bit. Okay, better. So that's you carry the name, you play the game. Would be really funny if the booth was split into 2, with one part being the Karmic and the other being the Crow. Oh man. Hi, welcome to KarmicKrow. Are you looking for Karmic or are you looking for Crow? It looks so neat. Thank you. I'm actually super proud of a few things. I'm so proud, first of all, of my Persona keychain. I had so many issues with this convention. Okay, so a few contexts. Story time. I don't know if most of you know this, but I am actually currently based in East Java right now. I haven't told you guys this for multiple reasons, but mostly because I had a bit of a stalker case that's currently already resolved, so things are much safer now, so I can say it. But like I'm actually currently based in East Java right now, right? So every time I go to a convention, be it Komifuro or like Kokoma or even like Komipara, I actually have to travel a lot, right? Because like Java is such a big island. If anybody's like not Indonesian, just Google it, okay? Just like Java is such an island. Imagine going from like one end of the island to the other end of the island. Aku Jatim, guys. Like so whenever I go to I'm not joking when I say that whenever I go to like Jakarta or Bandung, which is on the other end of the island, if you go by train, it'll still take you like hours. It'll still take you like 9 hours, 10 hours and everything. And I don't know about you, but I hate using airplanes to go to a convention. Wanna know why? Because the baggage limit of airplanes is much stricter than the baggage limit of like trains and buses. Okay? And I carry a lot of items just for my own brand, so it gets really, really heavy. On top of that, airplanes are so much more expensive. So I always go either via train or via bus. So there's that. So here's the thing. Here's why ChibiCon was so special. Because Surabaya is Jatim. Surabaya is East Java, right? So you know what that meant? ChibiCon, this convention, is the first convention where I could go home at the end of every single day. Oh my god. Oh my god. You Jakarta and BSD assholes. Because some of my friends who live in BSD or Jakarta, every time we go to Komifuro, that's what they do. They get to go home. They don't have to like book a hotel. Oh my god, you Jabodetabek assholes. So this is so that's how it felt like. Oh my god, bro, it's so good. It felt like crack cocaine. I've never done cocaine, but like it was like drugs, like, oh my god, I could get used to this. Holy crap. Is this how it feels like? Hello? Karma, you gotta remember that they have to deal with living there in the first place. That's true. But then again, like in terms of better, I do like living in Jatim or Surabaya better. But like it's still a big whole ass city anyway, But yeah, so on top of just like I've never experienced an in-city con before. I've never been a local in a con before, So it was my first time and it felt so fucking good. So good. Like aside from the convenience, it felt really nice not having to worry about expenses in travel and hotel, because that's actually my biggest hurdle when it comes to selling in convention. It's that, let's say that I make like $400 in like my merch, let's say $400 in my merch. Girl, $400 could be what I'm already paying for the travel and the booking of the hotel, So like we outer city artists often have to like, I don't know, like this is my whole point of that. Sometimes it's not always about the money. Whenever I do conventions like this, sometimes I don't always do it necessarily with my only goal is being money, because sometimes you don't even make money back, in comparison to like what you already spent for accommodation. A lot of people who do cons like this, they don't really do it to make money back, and that's actually been me for a long while. I've only began to turn up profit, and even then I wouldn't really call it like big profit, but like actual some kind of profit, you know. I've actually only been turning up profit like maybe for the past couple of cons. But before that, I never had money back, because unfortunately living so far away from the capital city meant that I had to spend so much money just like going there. So yeah. Eternal quote from my friend is that CF tuh buat betul. CF tuh buat ketemu teman-teman. I mostly go to CF to bully my friends, or you know, just to see what's going on, make connections and whatnot. So, but here's the thing. Even though, so guys, it felt so nice that because ChibiCon is inside of a mall, right? It's not like its own separate building like Komifuro, or like it's not within like a convention hall building. It's actually inside of a mall. It's actually, why does that notification keep going there? It's actually on the top highest level of Tunjungan Plaza. Hey Kay, nice to see you again. Hello, I'm back. It's on the 6th floor of a mall in Surabaya, right? It felt so nice, you know? Like, we could load our stuff in one day before the event. Oh god, guys, it felt so nice. Like, can you imagine waking up 2 p.m. because I was working until like very early morning the night before? Can you imagine like waking up in 2 p.m., eating lunch, taking a shower, and then packing your items into your luggage, and then just going in front of your house, calling a taxi, take a few minutes ride to the mall, and then they have this like loading area, so you don't have to go inside the mall. Just go through the loading area and ride the elevator, and then just ride the elevator, and then boom, you're already in the venue. Oh god, it's so nice. It felt so weird. I've never had a con where I could wake up so late in the day. And then when you're done with loading, you just pack it up, leave your luggage there, you go back down, you go through the mall, buy yourself milk tea, go to the food court, eat, and then you go down, grab a taxi, and then you go home. You don't go to some weird ass hotel. You go home. You say hi to your family. You say hi to your dogs. Oh man, you Jabodetabek assholes. I hate you guys so much. But yeah, that's so good. No stanky hotel or Cliff Bars for 3 meals straight, right? Oh man, going back to sketchy hotel is part of the experience. Look, I also want to show you guys what's actually like behind the scene. Yeah, here you go. Here's like my setup. Right? I was completely all by myself, and for somebody who's doing this all by herself, I think I did pretty good. I got my blue luggage down there. I got my blue backpack down there. If you haven't noticed, I like blue. But yeah, I got my little hole for the cashier. I got my pink Stanley. It's not a Stanley. I wouldn't spend money on a Stanley. It's a Goto. It's not a Stanley. Stanley's like way too expensive. So yeah. Looks cozy. It has to be cozy because I'm all by myself, bro. Is that condensed milk? It's milk. It's not condensed milk, it's milk. And the super duper important thing that I wanted to show you guys, I was talking with a few of the people that I got introduced in the convention, is that when you're looking to use like a cashier app, I like to use Loiverse. There is this locally developed app called Bootmate. I think a lot of people have also used it for their booting cashier needs and whatnot, but I don't think it's out on Android yet, and my phone is Android, so I have to keep using Loiverse. Did that non-Stanley cup last you the entire day? No. I'm a thirsty girl, so I drank that milk, and then I drank that entire bottle of Stanley. It had like iced water. And then I had like another bottle of water like in my backpack. So yeah, you wanna know why? Because I got there at 8 a.m. every day, and then I went home every day at 8 p.m. If anything, I started closing up at 8 p.m. That's the biggest difference between like the con that I had in Chibicon versus like Komifuro. Usually in Komifuro, around like 5 or 6 p.m., people would already start disassembling, or if it's like day 1 to day 2, they would start like covering up their booth with like, I don't know, with like a bed sheet or a cloth, you know, signifying that they're closing up shop for the day, right? However, in Chibicon, no hate to Chibicon, but like they had this rule where in the guidebook that they gave us, they told us that we can't close up shop until a certain hour of the night. And that hour of the night is around like 9:30 to 10 p.m. And being somebody who's like, oh, thank you for the 5 feathers. Oh snap, Crow's back in YouTube town. Let's go. Thank you. Night, yeah. I'm so used to being able to like close up the shop and then go home like maghrib lah gitu, like by like 6 p.m, you know? But they actually had a rule in their guidebook that says that you can't start closing up shop until like 7:30 to 8, you know? That's so late, I know. So I'm sorry to people who had to go to my store, my booth at like 7 p.m. I'm so sorry for being so sleepy. Was Chibicon during workday? No, it's actually during weekends. Is the mall even open at that point? I think the mall generally closes at 10. But that's still a bit of a, wiggle room. Like, if this is like a transitional day between day 1 and day 2, you don't have to tear down your booth, right? You just have to cover it up. That's fine. I don't need much wiggle room to do that. But between like the last day and the entire mall shutting down, you have about like 8 p.m. to like 10 p.m. And by 10 p.m. they need the entire, by like 9 to 9:30, they need the entire hall to be done with. And that was kind of crazy, but okay. But here's the thing, I have already been awake and up and running and at 'em since like 8 a.m. 12 hours. I sat there 12 hours alone. 12 hours alone in that table. Be myself, okay? So excuse me if I'm gonna be doing a little bit of excuse me if I'm going to be doing a little bit of crossy road with my cat. Yo, like, can I just say this tablet that I bought, it's a Samsung tablet. And I bought it quite recently. It's not even half a year old, and I bought it so that I could be more mobile with some of my artwork. And of course you took a pic. If you notice, I have a customer in front of me. If you notice, the gentleman with the red button shirt is a customer. So excuse me if I needed some brain stimulant because I'm alone there and nobody's gonna talk to me. Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. You thought that this is bad, boy. The table next to me, I saw that one of the guy started drawing on their tablet, and I felt a bit competitive, you know. I felt a bit like I felt a bit like ashamed, like, wow, look at that guy. Like when they're not handling customers, like in between the lull moments, between the rush of customers, they're actually doing something really productive. They're drawing, they're opening like Clip Studio Paint and everything. I should do that. So I picked up my Samsung pen and I started drawing. And then like about 2 minutes in, I realized I'm not built for this. I can't do this. So I went back to Crossy Road. I have a few friends who's like, while they're conning is such a funny thing. While they're handling their booth and everything, sometimes when there's no customers, they would open up on their tablet like their drawing app, and then they would actually start sketching what they're going to make next for the next con. And I'm like, that's so crazy. Wow, you're like, that is such good min-maxing productive time usage. I should do that. So I opened my Clip Studio Paint 2 minutes in and I got bored. You know, I could make up some bullshit reason like, oh, I couldn't find the time to draw because every time I took a break to draw, another customer comes in. Like, I'm so successful. Nah, man, I just can't do it. My brain was not. Damn girl, only 2 minutes in. Okay. In my defense, I was overstimulated as fuck, right? Because ChibiCon doesn't have like that, like it has a big hall, but like my table was quite close to the stage, right? So they were like blasting J-pop 24/7 or the ChibiCon jingle, you know, yo, ChibiCon, like full blast. And then I happened to be seated on the block that's right next to the cosplayer tables. And I think cosplayers always have quite a lot of people coming to their table, which is nice, but it also meant that it's a bit overstimulating for me. So in between that and being alone, yeah, I didn't have the attention span to draw. Oh man, what is that tab, if I may ask? It's the I'll write it down. It's the Samsung. There you go. At least you were honest. How much downtime did you end up having between customers? Get VR glasses and boot up Love and Deep Space? No, I had to drop Love and Deep Space after the whole Valco incident. I'm sorry. I was really looking forward to Valco. No, seriously, the whole Valco shenanigan happened while I was conning. So in between like the rush of customers, I had Discord open in that tab, and I would message my friends about Valco, and oh my god. I'm so sad. I was really looking forward because I haven't gone back to Love and Deep Space for a while because I just kind of lost interest. So when Valco got announced, I was like, whoa, I like this guy. This guy's pretty cool. And I was kind of not kinda. I was high-key thirsting over him on the chat with my friends and everything. And then imagine going home from the con and then getting the news that he's not gonna show up. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was so sad. I was actually bonding with my friends of Valco. Me too. I'll read you what my friends said while I was thirsting over Valco when he got announced. I said like ideas for scenes with Valco and MC us. Number 1, this freak sniffs us. And then I said, number 2, it's gonna be something like, oh, he imprinted on us. It's gonna be very Twilight, like, you imprinted on my daughter? You named my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster? And 3, I said, like, ideas for Valco and MC. In our previous life, Valco was our dog. And then my friend said, wait, that's just dramatical murder. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. That third one, that's just dramatical murder. Oh man. And then my friend who's a guy who doesn't like necessarily play Love and Deep Space on his own, but he does watch me and a bunch of our other friends play, so he's actually quite versed in what's going on in the game. He said, I can already imagine the scenarios and the fan content. It's gonna go crazy. Musim kawin. Suntik rabies gratis. Get your rabies shot. Get your... Oh man. I really wanted Valco, okay? God, he looks so funny. He looked so funny, okay? I really wanted him, so I was so disappointed. As for, sorry, I got sidetracked again, but I was about to wait your cooking on the Musim Kawin. Then you followed with Suntik Rabies. I think it's kind of funny. Have you taken your boyfriend for Suntik Rabies for rabies shot? Legit baffling decision to cancel his launch. I mean, it's spread into other problems now. I don't really want to be involved in the drama, but I was just really sad that they canceled Valco. I was really looking forward to him. He was like the one reason that I wanted to get back to the game because I thought he was funny. But like, yeah. As for the question of how much downtime did I end up having between customers, I apologize if this sounds a bit like a brag, but I want you to know that I'm really grateful for it. But between like 10 to 11 a.m. until like the peak of like 3, 4, 5 p.m., I did not stop having customers. Obviously, there's a lull in between customers, but usually it's only about like a few minutes, and that was also the reason why I decided, aside from the overstimulation, that was also the reason why I couldn't do anything productive like draw, because I see no sense in doing it when I'm going to be interrupted and, you know, happily interrupted with a customer in about like 5 minutes per interval. So yeah, I know that's a very like, oh, my my steak too juicy, my lobster too buttery situation, like kind of complain. And I'm not complaining, but like that was how it went. I'm genuinely surprised at how crowded my table got. At some point I had like I I feel really bad because I didn't table in the last Komifuro, in the last big convention. I didn't table there. I was just there as a visitor. And I remember that it was super duper packed to the point that I was kind of concerned if it was going to be like a hazard or something. And I remembered seeing that because it was super packed, there were a few tables that were really popular, but that also meant that because they had like so many lines of customers waiting, there were like 3 rows of like waiting customers in front of their table, and if not managed properly, that could end up like bottlenecking that alley, right? I feel really bad but really grateful that there was a few points during ChibiCon that I had like 3 rows of waiting customers in front of my table. Because I wasn't, look, I'm really grateful, but I won't lie, that really made me panic because I was not expecting that it was gonna be like my table would be that popular, you know? And it had to happen when I was alone. It had to happen while I was alone and by myself. I think if I had a helper, I would have been less panicked about it. But for some reason, the universe was like, oh, I see that you're alone. Get her. James Nolan, thank you so much. Welcome back, Kay. Here's some college fund money. Thank you. Is it your college fund money or like my college fund? Are you telling me to go back to college? But yeah, I think the best sellers were definitely one, the digital circus pins. It's really funny because I made those. Sorry, I am gonna pull up a tweet I said in my second channel. No, my second account. Oh man. So the event was at June 27, right? The event was at June 27. And then on June 24, I tweeted on my second Twitter account, would be funny if I try to make some TADC merch for ChibiCon. Even though it was like 3 days before the con. Like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? It's like 3 days before the con and I had this wonderful idea, like, wow. I don't know. Like, here, I'll show you the receipt. Why do I keep doing this to myself? And here you go. I tweeted this. Can you see the date? Can you see the fucking date? Man. Can you guys see the date? June 24? Yeah, the con said June 27, by the way. Oh man. So yeah, but I made it. After I tweeted that, I did not sleep. I did not sleep. I ate, but I did not sleep. I slept. No, I didn't sleep. And then untung deket rumah. No, see, like, I think I can only afford to do this last minute batches because it's a local con. Had it not been a local con, then at least 2 days before the con, I would already have to leave home, right? And have all of my, well, actually no, Actually no. During my last Komipara in Jogja, I actually had a merch that couldn't be delivered to me on time before I had to leave on my train, my 5-hour train ride from like Surabaya to Jogja. So I was like panicking, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? But then I realized, oh, since I still have like a day and a half before the con, I'm just checking into my hotel, right? I can actually, because it was only like art prints and, you know, things that, you know, as long as it's not like acrylic or anything that's like super complex, I actually, while on the train, I hustled and I looked for print shops near my hotel in Jogja, even before I arrived. And then I ordered my prints in the print shop. So by the time that I arrived in the hotel, the print's already there. Yay! And then after I ordered the print from the print shop and everything, I called my hotel and told them, "Hi, I'm the one who booked room blah 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 blah. Here's my receipt and everything, so you know that I'm not just scamming you. Would it be okay if there's a package for me? Can I just leave it in the lobby? I'm gonna be arriving at blah 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 blah." And they're like, "Yeah, that's fine." So yeah, by the time that I arrived at the hotel, the prints were already there. If you're wondering which prints it was actually the Pandawa print. It was actually, which is one of my best sellers too. Like, it was actually the Nakula and Sadewa prints. For some reason, my original print shop fucked up with my order. It was supposed to arrive like a week before I had to go to Jogja. And for some reason, it was so late that by the time that I had to leave for the train, it hadn't even arrived. So I was like, fuck. And so many people were looking forward to those two particular art prints. What the hell am I gonna do? Then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Let's just find a print shop in Jogja near my hotel. So by the time that I arrived in the hotel in Jogja, the prints were already there. And I just paid a little bit to have them cut it for me. So yeah. Imagine doing that in Jakarta. Jesus Christ. Will you be selling your TADC pins again? Yes, I think I will be bringing them to Komipara and Komifuro if I get accepted to Komifuro. If I get accepted to Komifuro, which means that I'll be double conning in October, yeah, I'm just gonna be, whatever I'm bringing to Komipara is what I'm gonna be bringing to Komifuro, basically. So yeah. But if I don't get accepted to Komifuro, then I'll just open like an online sales or something. I think that's fine. Strategic move indeed. But yeah, I'm super duper proud of my TADC pins because they all sold out except for Kafmo, and I still have like maybe a third of my ribbit left. Why don't you guys want Kafmo? He's my favorite. Why don't you guys want Coffee? He's my favorite. And I was thinking like, oh man, since like not a lot of people wanted Kafmo, maybe I'll just make an Ita bag of Kafmo. Oh man. What are the requirements to have a booth in these kind of events? Usually you just need to have, well, obviously don't steal art and don't use AI. But as long as you have the money to pay for the booth, anybody is welcomed. But because there's so many people who are registering for these type of events, at the end of the day, only a few are gonna get through the curation process. So it's a bit of a gamble too. It's a bit of a gamble too. Sorry, I'm a Kinger person. It's okay. I love Kinger. When she touch your Kingerling. You tweeted about liking Kaufman, and I think people left him for you intentionally. Wow, thank you. His appearance is quite little in the show. I don't care. I love him. You know what else is gonna be? You know what else? Am I gonna have to bring to Komipara? Set up a small portfolio might help with the selection process too. From what that is true. Basically, whenever you apply, they're going to ask for your catalog. So if you're applying as a circle like I am for Komifuro, then I will provide not only my catalog of items, it could be items that you've sold in the past, or the items that you are already preparing to sell in this event if you already have them. But basically, I included everybody's work, you know. And then that is what they're going to use to curate, among other things. They will definitely check your social media, so there's that too. But I don't believe that just because like somebody has, wow, this artist has like 200k followers, they must get accepted too. I don't think that's always the case. I don't think that's always the case, because I think if events only cater to big artists and not small or even up and coming ones, that would be so obvious. That would be so obvious, and people will start having problems with it. So yeah, I'm not really sure what like the exact curation process is, but it's always kind of a gamble. I never really know if I'm ever gonna get accepted into an event or not. So yeah. Shoot, hi Kay, hi. Some of my friends have huge followings, but then still haven't made it to some events here in the US, and they've applied every year for years. That's what I mean. I'm not really sure what really goes on behind the curation process. I just know that numbers don't really guarantee anything, you know? Numbers don't really guarantee anything. To be honest, like me passing through GBCon and then passing to Komipara, I still have no idea what made me eligible, but I'm just grateful that I did. It sometimes also depends on what they were drawing to. That's also true. Oh, right. I might as well. I don't know if this is like word. I mean, I've already mentioned it on Twitter, but I guess it's good to mention it again. Where the hell is it? Oh, there we go. Speaking of something that I have to bring, I'm kind of nervous about this one. I can't believe I'm doing this. So, as you all may know, the event that I'm going through in Jogja in October, Komipara is short for Comic Paradise, and the reason that they're called that is because till this day they actually, not saying that you can't sell merchandises and knickknacks there. However, the event was made at first specifically for comics, right? So when I applied, you have an option, like they're gonna ask you, are you gonna be selling comics or are you not gonna be selling comics? Because usually, as far as I know, obviously they're going to prioritize the table for somebody that's gonna be selling books and comics, right? Not saying that they're not gonna care if you don't sell books or comics. They still care, but like they have like a different areas for that. So I thought to myself, like, it's been a while since I made one, so I applied for the I make comic. I'll be selling comics there option. And then I showed them the draft of my original comic. And then I got accepted. So I hope you're looking forward to I hope you're looking forward the debut of like the physical debut of like bird witching in October, I guess. I hope you get I hope you're looking forward the jeez. Oh man, what did I get myself into? What the fuck did I get myself into? That cover looks amazing. To be honest, thank you. Though to be honest, I'm not sure that this will be the end cover. Because this is an old art I did of my bird witching original world or something. And I used it mostly as a placeholder, but it does look good enough as a cover. But there's a chance that I might change the cover when it comes to printing. Are you doing a full color comic or doing it in black and white? I'm thinking of doing it in black and white to save myself time because guys, I'm just a little guy. I'm just a person, and I don't know if you noticed, but I just got done recovering from fever after I'm done with ChibiCon, and there's like 2.5 months to Komipara, which means I have 2.5 months to make an original comic. Sure, it doesn't have to be like, there's no requirement of how long the pages need to be, but I also don't want to make just like 10 pages, you know? I don't want to make like 10 pages. I want to make like at least one chapter. At least maybe like 30 if I can, like maybe 50 if I can, right? So what I'm gonna be doing is that right now, I'm actually working on all of my merch, any new design that I'm going to be bringing to Jogja or even later Komifuro if I get accepted. I'm going to be finishing all my designs for my new lineups now and producing them now, so that after that, I don't have to think about anything else other than actually drawing the comic. Even drawing a whole black and white comic took a like, I know. And my friends was like, GK, when's the last time you drew like a full comic? And I was like, my thesis? Good job, Kay. Good job. It's been like my thesis. It's been like how many years? Why did I do this to myself? But yeah, I basically, since I am just one person and I don't want to take a too ambitious of a project at a risk of not doing it properly, I think for this debut, it's definitely just gonna be like a short introduction / one shot of my two main characters and what they do. And then if I ever want to continue it, make proper chapters of it, I will, though probably not physically. This is just like a hooray kind of thing. So yeah. Would it be available online? Yes, I think that after some time, after I sell the physical copies, I will make it available digitally. And I know some people might be wondering, but Kay, what's the point of like releasing it digitally? What's the point of people buying physical copies of it if they can just read it later digitally? I know what you're saying, but like I said, I am not necessarily doing this for the profit of it. This is sort of just like a personal achievement of me, being able to tick off that little bucket list of like, I printed my comic. and I had it up on a convention, regardless if anybody buys it or not. So yeah, I don't think my comic should only be available to those who pay for it. I'm happy to share it with you guys either way. However, to incentivize people who would like to support me directly by physically buying it, I think I would like to include something when you physically buy my comic. It will be something like you will get 2 free like acrylic keychain of the main characters and other merch. So honestly, I feel like you're actually buying the merch more than the comic. It's like you buy the comic and you get the free merch as a bundle, as opposed to like buying the comic and the merch separately. So yeah, it's not like I'm gonna be totally disrespectful to people who bought the physical copy. Just like, haha, you fool! I tricked you. I made you buy physical copies only to release the digital for free later. Nah. Oh man. Some people also want physical copies, so that's me. When I went to Komipara and Komifuro, I also like to get physical copies of authors who are there. But yeah, just as a little bonus and incentive for people, I think I'm also gonna include like something extra in the physical bundle. But yeah, like this is no way in hell like pressuring anybody that you gotta buy my comic. No, I'm gonna probably like release the entire thing for free. I'll make a card, make a website or something, and then I'll release the entire thing for free. But yeah, wish me luck. But yeah, there you go. All I can say is that because I now understand that I need to release this book, I actually had to think about the plot or like the premise of the world and everything, which is really daunting because so far this has just been like a little hobby of mine. Just a little like OC, just like an original character. Like, and then I realized that I might have to present this original creation to other people, and I was like, oh shit, I actually have to think now. I actually have to think now. So yeah, obviously, because this is like a debut release, there's no way that we're gonna get into the absolute nitty-gritty of the story so early. No way. It's only going to be like an exposition on the characters. But yeah, I've had to think about it a lot. When I lull, then I need to serious. Yeah, man. How far did you get into the story? I kind of know how it ends. I kinda already know how it ends. Like, I know like the big events of it. I know everybody's like background, how they came to be like that, like what's their issue. I know why main character A is stupid and so is main character B and everything, and I know like the tragedy that happened in their life and whatnot, and I know what the end message is, and I know like the big arcs and events that will happen, but I don't particularly know like the fillers of it. I don't really like have figured out every single filler or like how am I gonna bridge like from one arc to another kind of thing. So yeah, and I try not to overthink it too much because like I said, for a debut release, for a first timer and everything, it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna have all the time and leisure in the world later to think about it if I want to make it into like a serious serial thing, but for now it doesn't matter. Yokotaro approach right backwards. Yeah. I basically told it to only a couple of my friends their only comment is, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Thanks." Wow, like I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but that's the only thing they said. They're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Sorry. Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Where's my tissue? Okay, I'm gonna mute for a bit. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Where's my mic? There it is. Okay, so yeah, there. But I really don't want to think too much about it. On the topic of like writing, I actually also finished writing or deciding like a few lore pieces about this girl, Skipper, my avatar. And I showed it to my friends. And then their reaction was that they cried and they said, "What the fuck is wrong with me?" So I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay. Like on Skipper's case, I don't know how or when am I ever gonna like reveal what's up with her, what she is and what not. Like maybe through like a few, maybe like through like a few art I'll do about her, or maybe later when I release my cover, but yeah. That's a success then, I guess. But yeah, that is what I have updated so far. I had to halt a few of my cover production because of ChibiCon. So now that I'm back, I have a few utang cover. I have a few, I call it cover debt, where I owe covers to you guys and a few other people. So I will be working on that while I work on my comic. But yeah, hehe. Hehe. I'm just a little guy. Oh, I do want to say, I think I had the nicest tenant to tenant interaction during ChibiCon. Not to say that whenever I go booting in an event that it has been such a bad experience. No, I've actually had like relatively good, if not okay, experiences when it comes to going to an event and like sharing neighbors and everything. My neighbors has been okay so far, but ChibiCon was by far the nicest. I was so lucky to find like, I am so blessed with such good neighbors, guys. I don't know if they're watching this, but if you are, hi, I'm the person next to you. Thank you for being so nice. I'm sorry I'm a little bit pathetic. So here's the thing. Sometimes when I go to events and it's an event that lets you load in your booth like one day before the event, there are certain annoying cases where my neighbor comes in before I do, and as they're setting up their shop and everything, they use my table to put down a bunch of things because I haven't arrived yet. But then when I arrive, they don't immediately like, "Oh, hi, sorry, your table, right? Sorry, I was just using it for a moment." And then they don't immediately like clean up their things off my table, you know, for me to start setting up. That happened once or twice in like previous cons. And it low-key kind of pisses me off because, yeah, if I'm not there yet, feel free to use my table to your leisure. But like, once the table owner has arrived, you know, you should like be quick about removing your items from their table. So yeah, I felt really bad because when I arrived to load up my item, like D1 before the event and everything, I walked to my table and half of my table was being used by my neighbor, and my neighbor was a circle of like 3 guys or more. I don't quite remember, but I do like remember at least three guys being there. 3 guys there. And because I saw that they were using my table, I initially kind of mentally preparing myself like, oh man, are they assholes? Please don't tell me they're assholes. Like, and I'm alone. I don't have a helper to like, I don't know, to help scold other people and everything. I was like, oh man, come on, you know? But then the moment I arrived at my table, one of the guys who was the closest to my table looked at me, and you know what? They were really polite and really apologetic. They were like, oh, hi, your table, right? So sorry, we were just using it for a bit. Here, let me just clean it up. And in like one swoop, they immediately took all of their items off. And I was like, wow, okay. My bad for thinking really badly of you. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that I initially thought that you were gonna be assholes. Turns out you're a pretty chill guy, right? Yay! And then, during the D-Day, hold on. Let me get the chronologic event, because I remember I told my friends about this. I told my friends about this because I was so like, oh my god, where was it? Good dudes, they were good dudes, man. I'm so sorry that I had some prejudice against you. Oh my god. Let's see, where was it? Ah, there it is. So the chronological order was that happened. And then I never have any incident happen with my setup, with like my panels and the acrylics and the prints and the pins that I have set up in my panels and everything, except for ChibiCon. For some reason, during the first day of the event, as we were opening up, my entire panel like of keychains fell. So for me to explain it, I have like the panels set up, right? I have the panel set up. Wait, let me grab the. Okay, there you go. Oh no! Oh yes. So for example, oh no! Oh yes, bro. Like, you see how the shop is just comprised of panels that are set up like higher and higher, right? So, the panel with the Digimon and the Persona one, the panel didn't fall per se. However, the paper that I had stuck to the panel, so it becomes the background. You see the squares behind the keychain? Yeah, I printed like some paper as like a visual guide and to make things pretty and everything. The paper that I had stuck to the panel, they fell, even though I used like tape and everything, and my tape has never failed me before. It's like industrial grade sticky tape and everything. It fell on the D-Day, like just a few moments before I had to like open up the shop and everything, right? Like, I don't know, maybe like the adhesive dried up or anything, but yeah, that's basically what happened. Um, so it just like we were like behind the table and everything, and we just hear the most pathetic like whoop, and then something dropping on the ground, because when the paper fell, so did the acrylic keychains that I had set up on top of the paper, right? So the paper fell, all of the acrylic keychains fell, and I was like, oh shit, you know. I was surprised, and the guys next to me were surprised, and I was already scrambling like, oh shit, you know. I left my chair and went around my table to the front to see what I could do with it. But you know what these nice people did? The guy who earlier was the one who cleaned up my table for me from his belongings and everything, this very same guy, he just like, he immediately like swooped in and helped me with it. He was just like, oh crap, did it fall? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, like I have some magnets here. I think we can use some magnets to fix it. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then before I knew it, he already asked like his circle mates, the other two guys, to help me. And they were like, don't worry, like don't worry about it, here, like we'll help you. And then I was like, oh, let me help, you know, it's like, it's my table, it's my responsibility, but they're already doing everything. Yeah, man, like, oh my god. Yeah, man, Jesus. So basically, the guy helped me set up like magnets on top and behind the paper, so that the force of the magnet actually, you know, the magnet sandwiching the panel and the paper is strong enough to keep the paper upright. And it worked, you know. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. And even some of the other guys were like, oh, I see the problem. Do you have like extra panels to use as a wall on the side for extra structure? And I told them like, I initially wanted to do that, but then I forgot to bring my panel. And they're like, ah, well, nothing you can do about it. But like, yeah, like if you want my advice, next time definitely make sure you have extra for like sides for like infrastructure. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, right? And then as we were like looking at my table and like the now repaired booth and panel and everything, I was like profusely thanking, like, thank you. And then the guy, same guy, looked at my Meteon and Venat art print, and they were like, oh, is that Meteon and Venat from FF14? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, wow, you play FF14? And I'm like, yeah, you play FF14? Yeah, wow. And then he asked to like, okay, let me get the 2 art prints. And I'm like, you wanna buy from me after you help me? I mean, like, sure. Then I packed up the art print he requested, and I wanted to give him to him for free as thank you for helping me, because I felt really bad. I swear, I am not usually this pathetic when it comes to conning. I swear, I don't know what's wrong with my mojo during GBCon, but I am not usually that pathetic. I swear, I am a girl boss. These things don't tend to happen, but I felt really bad that you guys, like 3 of you, had to come in to help me. A complete stranger, thank you, but like, Jesus. So I packed up my art print that he asked, the Final Fantasy XIV one, and I wanted to give it to him for free as a thank you for helping me. But then as I was giving it to him, like, we were already sitting down behind the table, and I was like leaning in. He's like, hey, here's the art print. And he's like, thank you, how much? And I was like, no, please, like, it's on the house, like it's on the house, really, you know, like thank you for helping me. But then he was like, no, that's not how I do things. And before I could stop him, he took a picture of my QR code payment and he paid, and I felt really bad. So my guy, if you're watching, hey, thank you. Hey, thanks, I guess. you're really like, thank you for paying, but I really wanted to give it for free for as a thank you, but oh, thanks. So later on, my only way of repaying their kindness was I brought like a huge bag of snacks with me so that I don't grow dehydrated or hungry during the 12 hours. So I shared one of my potato chips, like my big bag of potato chips. I gave it to him, and he initially said no, but then I insisted, and then he shared it with his friends. I'm like, yay, I know potato chips like means nothing in comparison to you helping me with my setup, but I really appreciate it. This has gotta be like the sweetest interaction I had in a convention. Because usually during conventions, I like to gauge my neighbor's energy. Sometimes there are certain people who I hear how they speak, what they speak, what they sell, what they're doing with their friends, and sometimes if it doesn't give me like a good polite energy, I just keep to myself, and I'll speak to you when necessary, but other than that I'll just keep to myself. But sometimes when people have like really friendly good energy, especially if we're setting up and they're like, hello, good morning, and I'm like, hi, good morning, and whatnot, I usually bring breakfast items in my I usually bring like protein bars, breakfast bars, like a lot of them in my bag, usually for me and my friends. However, sometimes those protein bars also become a tool of making friends, because I cannot tell you how many convention oomph I've become friends with over me sharing fit bar to them, especially if I notice that they haven't eaten anything. It's like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 6 a.m., and we're already here, and I don't see you eating anything. Like, I would usually just offer a fit bar, and that's how we become friends. So, yeah. I like this guy already. I saw that he also sold a lot of like fan art from Morimens, and we ended up talking a bit about it too. Like, I told him that I've been curious about Morimens, if it's good or not, and he basically persuaded me to try playing it. So I downloaded Morimens during the con because I was really curious. Thank you for the recommendation. I got really curious, so I downloaded Morimens in the con. I haven't had the chance to actually like play it because I don't want to play it when I'm overly stimulated and I can't hear anything. I want to hear the music. I want to hear the I don't know if there's any voice acting in it, but I want to hear the voices, I want to hear the music and everything. So yeah, I meant to play right after I was done with the con, but as you guys know, I got sick. I'm actually still sick right now. I'm just feeling well enough that I can yap. I'm just like feeling okay enough that I can yap, but yeah. Oh, another good thing that I noted for ChibiCon in particular, especially for any of you guys who maybe are interested in going to Surabaya and Jatim for your cons and trying out ChibiCon, is that the venue didn't get too hot. You know how sometimes, even though the venue already turned on their AC and it's super cool and cold, sometimes the moment it gets to peak hour, there's so many people inside that the coldness of the AC just can't pick up, you know? It like the coldness of the AC still loses to how many people are actually in the venue, and it's still gonna feel really like warm and toasty and sweaty. And yeah, sometimes when Komifuro gets really packed, it feels like that. Komipara definitely felt like that, even though like they had AC on. I remember still feeling so hot. But GPCon, even during peak hour, I noticed that it didn't feel warm. It was actually still cold, manageably so, you know. So that's not a good thing. But this is important because you know how I kept telling you guys that when you go to conventions, it's really important that you bring a fan, whether it's a hand fan or like an electric fan, a portable fan. I brought my electric portable fan with me to the con, right? Just in case if the AC can't pick up its coldness against like the peak hour and everything. Day one, I open my backpack, okay, and I take out my electric fan that I charge the entire night, and I see it charging, right? And then I was a bit sweaty after like doing some last minute setup. I open my backpack, I take out my handheld electric fan that I've charged the entire night. I click the on button and it doesn't turn on. It died. It died somewhere, somehow, in between the entire night that I charged it, because it took so long to charge because it was a big boy. Somehow, somewhere in between me charging it, and then in the morning I was like, are you done charging? Oh yeah, you're done charging. And then me putting it in my backpack, and then me riding the taxi to the mall, and then me riding the elevator to the top floor of the mall, and then me doing last setup before the opening hour, and then me opening the backpack and getting the fan. Something happened. Something must have happened. It just died. It broke. I don't know what's wrong with it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get another fan. Oh man, let me tell you the panic I felt. The panic I felt when I realized that this hall could get really, really warm and hot and sweaty, and I didn't have my electric fan with me. My god, I panicked, you guys. Thank god that I still have the hand fan, the traditional hand fan that I got when I was watching a drag show in Jogja. I was watching this drag show cabaret in Jogja, and they give us these hand fans, and I don't know why, but ever since I left Jogja, that hand fan has never left my backpack. So while I was like scrambling for anything, you know, anything to help me if the heat got really bad, I found that hand fan. So thank you again, Jogja. Oh man. But yeah, that's basically it. As for new items that I'll be bringing for my next conventions, I'm thinking of making like one more lineup of Persona, because I feel like I like Persona so much, and the people around me also like Persona. Like the hype of the, not really hype, but like the livelihood of the Persona fandom hasn't ever died, you know? For as long as I've been a fan of it, for as long as I've been playing like Persona 2 and Persona 3, I've never seen people ever stop talking about Persona. Especially now with like 4 Revival coming in, and also Persona 6. I would really love to celebrate this series by making like at least one more lineup. Yeah, and then we got Persona 6. One that I have been thinking about doing but haven't had the time is that I would love to make some Atla, Legend of Aang, maybe even Korra merch, because I love the series. I watch it, I read the novels, the light novels and the books and everything. I love this series. I've never had the chance to add it to my roster, but I would love to add Atla. So yeah, there you go. Digital Circus, I still have the pins, but I don't know if I'm gonna be making like other stuff beside the pins. So yeah. And then what else? I would love to have a repertoire like an expanded. I would love to be like, whoa, an FF14 artist, but I have other interests other than FF14 too, right? But I do want to make like FF14 stickers. I don't know if it's going to be like the little critters of FF14, like the Namazu and the Spriggans and the Thornberries and whatnot. I would love to have like little stickers of them. Or I want to do like a sticker in the shape of a post stamp, and the post and the drawing that's in it is like the locations in FF14. Like you can have like a sticker, like a postage stamp style sticker of Limsa Lominsa or Gridania or Udah and whatnot. I think that's like really cute, you know. And I love stickers, and I think a lot of people like stickers too. The most difficult for me is that I love Final Fantasy, but I love multiple Final Fantasies, you know? So I can't ever imagine just being like, oh, she makes art of only Final Fantasy 14 or like only Final Fantasy 16, and because I like a lot of them. So then my friend gave me the idea of, why don't you just make cute stickers of like all the characters you like across all Final Fantasy, you know? So that includes Cloud, Tifa, Squall, Terra, Lightning, who else? Zidane, Garnet, Yuna, Tidus. Yeah, just everybody that I like. So yeah, Rosa, Cecile. So yeah. Who knows? Maybe if people it also gives options to people. Like, you only like Final Fantasy 7? Yeah, I got Final Fantasy 7. So yeah, there you go. What about Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts will be included. I'm trying to make something with like the three trio, the Destiny Island trio, the Sea Salt trio, and the Birth by Sleep trio. I'm trying to make like a merch for each of the trio, you know? Like one with like Sora, Riku, and Kairi, one with like Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, one with like Roxas, Sion, and Axel, Leah, whatever you want to call them. But I haven't figured out what the shape is gonna be. So yeah. The other two that's in my backlog, and I'm still trying to see if I have time to make them. One is Madoka Magica, because finally we have some news on the upcoming movie. I've been fucking dying. I've been turning into dust waiting for it, you know? But finally, oh my god. Finally, oh my god. I wanted to there's news. Yeah, you should check up the Madoka Magica movie, like Twitter. There was like a new trailer dropping a while ago. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Wait, there's new update on it. See, you guys didn't even know. You should check it on Twitter or Facebook, or just Google it. The what was the movie called again? Madoka Magica Walpurgisnacht. So yeah. But me, I've always been a Madoka Magica girly. It's one of my all-time favorite series, so I wanted to do that. And you want to know the other thing that I wanted to do? I'm so excited. I'm so excited because, man, I love this franchise. I don't care if it's classic, big tree, whatever. I want to make some Naruto merch. I fucking love Naruto, bro. Like, I can't believe I have been in love with this series from like since its conception. since I was like in fucking elementary school, now me being like almost 30, I've never stopped like loving talking about Naruto. I would love to make some Naruto merch, man. Oh man. Yeah, remember the time where people were gossiping that, oh yeah, the next update of Naruto is like Naruto's gonna get into Akatsuki. Iya anjir. Guys, tahu nggak Naruto masuk Akatsuki? Buset. With that being said, do I like Boruto? Not so much. Not so much. Not as much as I like Naruto. There are some good things that I like about Boruto, but when you ask me, do I still like Naruto or Boruto better, I would still pick Naruto. So yeah. So that's basically what's ahead of me right now. Initially, aside from that, initially I had plans to move from East Java back to my home in Bali. Now that now that the person who's been stalking and threatening me is finally gone, it's finally safe for me to go back home to Bali. So initially, my plan was I wanted to move back to Bali after I'm done with GBCon, which is now. However, because I have to go to Jogja for Komipara and sell my comic in like 2 months, and also I'm applying for Komifuro, it seems a bit ineffective. So after I'm done with Komipara and maybe Komifuro, I think I will take a break from events and I will move back home properly. And then once I've like, give me like a month or so to settle down, and then after that, I think I'll go back to doing cons again. Did they get thrown to jail? Not per se. Not per se, although authorities were involved. I don't know how. I won't get into the nitty-gritty of it. But it's just they cannot enter Bali. That's all I can say. I know that sounds ominous. Sorry, I know that sounds ominous, but yeah. My guarantee is that they cannot enter the provinces, they cannot pass through the borders, they cannot even via ships they cannot enter. Of course, they might still have ways to go pass through that, but I'm in a much better situation right now, and I know safety is paramount, but at the same time, I feel really ridiculous that my fear of you has to control everything that I do in my life, you know. I have my own dreams, and this entire shit has been so inconvenient. Just the fact that I had to move provinces because of you was already bad enough. I don't want to live like this any longer, so yeah. They can try swimming with shark and die. I guess they can try that, but I don't know. All of that and for what? You know, the insane thing is that I have not involved official authorities in this entire process. One, because let's face it, official authorities can't do jack shit. Sorry. But until the guy actually does something to me in a really, really bad manner, then they're gonna take action. But just a few warnings is not enough for official authorities. I had to expend my own money and connection and resources for my own safety, right? But even if we were to take this to the official like grounds, they're the ones who are still gonna be in trouble anyway. I don't know if you guys know, like, I think I posted it on Twitter, like the full context of it. But then I deleted it after I felt better. But the context of it is that this person used to work for my family. He used to be one of my family's staff, specifically working under my father. After my father died, about like, let's say a few weeks after his funerals, he started acting like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, in Indo, it's so easy to say it, ngelunjak. I don't know how to translate like ngelunjak to English. Like, I don't know. He started like demanding more things and just taking advantage of the situation where me and my mother are vulnerable and we didn't have much protection in the house, acted up. Yeah, because like escalating things. Yeah, I started making demands and everything. And if it got too ridiculous, of course I would say no. For example, he would ask to take vacation from work to see like his family in Java, right? And I was like, yeah, please do take some day off and vacation. Here's some money for your transport and everything. Like, take care, say hi to your kids for me and whatnot. However, every time he leaves, I obviously need to ask him like, okay, for how long are you leaving? Like, what date can I expect that you're gonna be back, right? And he would always tell me like, I'm only going to be away for like a week. I'll be back by this date. And I was like, okay. But ever since my dad died, his boss died, he kept missing his own promises. So when the day comes that he's supposed to be back here and ready to work, he isn't. So yeah, those kind of things, and it's because it's like he knows that like, oh yeah, but like you guys have no choice, what are you gonna do? Like, fire me? If you guys fire me, then you'll be left without any help and whatnot. We're gonna run everything on your own. And yeah, it's not okay. But at first I was okay with it. Well, I wasn't really okay with it, but at first I felt like I didn't have any choice, because right after my father died, I didn't have any chance to grieve over him, because so many people immediately came to take over his business. So even before his funeral was set up, I didn't have any allowances to cry or grieve, because all I can think about is how I'm going to secure my family from these sudden pack of wolves, that just suddenly popped up. Even outside of this whole situation with this particular guy, my staff, right? And then the breaking, like the last straw for me, even though I've been very lenient with this person, and I acknowledge that, okay, you're being a bit of a bitch, but I do need your help. I need all the help I could muster. The last straw was while he was away on vacation. He lives in my family's home, right? Because he's a live-in staff and everything. I cleaned up his room, and I found under his bed a lot of my father's belongings. So yeah, at first I gave it the benefit of the doubt, just like, oh, maybe somebody planted it there, maybe somebody's trying to frame him and whatnot. I don't know, like I have a lot of enemies right now thanks to my dad, and they're all trying to tear me and my business and family down. So maybe this is their way of trying to psych me up. However, I have CCTVs installed in all areas of my home, right? And at the time, the only residents in that home was me, my mom, and him for most of the time, except for like certain visitors and whatnot. So I checked all the CCTV, and point is, yeah, that wasn't planted. The guy went to my father's workshop the day that he died and just started ransacking the place after my father entrusted him to guard that workshop, you know. So yeah, that was basically the last straw. And I sat him down, and then me and my mom talked to him and told him like, so we found these under your bed, but you know, you've been with us for, look guys, it's such a hurtful thing because we're not talking about like some random staff or friend or employee. This person has been with my family for years. It's like if, I don't know. It's, yeah, it's a not good situation. Like I trusted you. I truly trusted you. The fact that my father entrusted you with like the safety of his workshop, you know, his beloved workshop, his workplace and everything. Yeah. So I sat him down and I showed him what I found under his bed. And I can tell that he panicked. And he told me, like, I don't know how that got there. And I was like, okay. Do you think somebody could be framing you? And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's trying to frame me. But then I showed him the CCTV recording. And it was definitely him. Unless I'm living in some kind of Sherlock Holmes or Detective Conan universe where people are, you know, masquerading as other people. Unless you have some doppelganger. Unless that was a skinwalker, I'm pretty sure that's you in the CCTV, my guy. So yeah. I didn't punish him immediately because it's a whole entire house, huge house, with only 2 women and 1 man. I was scared of what this guy was gonna do if I told him then and there that he's fired. So about a week after that confrontation, he asked to get another vacation. And I told him, sure, go. Make sure to like pack a lot of your belongings too if you're gonna go for that long. And then after he went back to Java, went to his family, and he was away from my family and Bali, that's when I told him. I initially asked him, I was willing to give, it's so ridiculous that this person has hurt me so much, but I was still willing to give him a second chance. Like even then, I still asked him, gave him a second chance and told him like, when are you gonna come back? And he said, I'm gonna be back at blah 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 date. And then I'd say, okay, but this time please mean it. If you tell me you're gonna go back at like, let's say the 13th of the month, but by the 13th of the month there's still no signs of you coming back to work, I think this is gonna be my last straw. When I said that, he was like, you're just joking, you can't be serious. So when the 13th actually came and he didn't come home or even tell me what's going on, if he needed an extra day, I finally had enough. And I messaged him to tell him that he's fired. And he did not take that well. He did not take that well. So that's basically the gist of it. And you might be thinking, like, you should be safe since the guy is not even in the same island as you, right? That's also what I thought. But then because the guy has worked so long in Bali, he has his own friends here. So if he couldn't send himself to Bali to, I don't know, kill me, I guess, he started sending his friends. And that's when the danger escalated. And inside the house were just two women. It was just me and my mom because my brother lived far away from us. And I couldn't ask my brother to stop like his schooling to come here and protect us and everything. So yeah, after that, I had to hire my own security team, which was very expensive, but it meant that I could sleep at night because like I spent a week not sleeping, only sleeping during daylight. I would stay up every night and I would sit down in like my family's living room in case anybody broke in at night. And in my hand, I would hold like my dad's weapons. I would hold like my dad's weapons. We didn't have any firearms because in Indonesia, it's not as simple. Getting a firearm is not simple at all. But whatever happened, whatever weaponry that my father had, I held it through the night while my mother slept. And at some point, even my mother started like, it's really dark, I'm sorry, but like, my mother at one point, because we were scared that this guy had friends even with the police. And once the bad guys are friends with the police, that means anything can happen, right? Because she was so scared. One night, as I was preparing to take guard in the living room by myself again, my mom basically gave me this bottle, and I know what's in it. It's basically something that's gonna kill me if I drink it. And she told me that if men broke in and came in and it's too much for me to defend all by myself, then me and her should drink it. So yeah, after that incident, I had to hire my own security because if I don't sleep, I think I'm gonna go crazy, right? So it was really expensive, but I hired my own security. And where did you get that? We brewed it ourselves. I don't know if I ever mentioned to you guys, but my whole fascination with like witch horror and aesthetics is because my ancestor used to be like, we come from a long line of traditional apothecaries, traditional herbalists, and potion brewers. So yeah. So yeah, we brewed it. She made it herself, so yeah. But yeah, basically, like, I didn't like living every night thinking that, you know, it's not just about like what a group of men can do to me or even my mother should they ever break into my house. It's also the fact that one night my mother told me that if a man or anybody that this guy sent ever breaks into my house, I need to be ready to murder somebody. So that thought has heavily weighed on me. So it's not just the fear of being murdered, or worse, considering I'm a woman, we're both women. It's also the thought that it's either that or I'm the one who, has to do something to somebody, and that's not a really pleasant thing to think about. So after a while, I hired security guards. But after like a month or so, my mother kept being terrorized via messages and calls by the person. So one night, she came to me and begged us to move. Silently, quietly, just like exiling ourselves from my home. And I was initially reluctant because it sounds crazy. Imagine your father dying and you finding his body one day suddenly. You're not even sure if he's murdered or not. And then you get blamed for not saving him quickly enough. I don't know why I had to go through that. And then not long after that, you get threatened by like his right-hand man. And then not long after that, your mother tells you that we need to exile ourselves from our own home. So yeah, I didn't want to do it at first, but I hated seeing my mother. I don't know, I felt like we had so many people who were after my dad's business and our family's like assets. I felt like if me, one of the heiress to this business, left the HQ, wouldn't it invite people to actually invade our home and business and whatnot? But I told my mom that, but she was not in a good mental state. She was so terrified. I've never seen her that terrified. I mean, God, I don't think she's even gotten over to the fact that her husband is dead, So I felt really bad. So within like 2 days, I packed up what I can, including my PC. I packed up what I can, and then I hired like a moving fan. And then overnight, we just drove. We drove all the way from home to like the edge of Bali to its harbor. And then we took a ship to Java, and then we just drove and drove and drove until we reached my brother's home here. And that's where I've been. So yeah. That's way too much at once. It is way too much at once. So I had a lot of friends asking me like, why did you disappear from like streaming or even tweeting? I have no other excuse other than it's too much, man. It's too much, And life over here has been okay. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't belong here. My brother has built his own life here in this city. Ever since he left home at 18 to go be a doctor and go to medical school, and he's still in schooling right now because he's trying to be a surgeon. He's built his entire life here, his beloved significant other is here, his friends are here, and my mother also have a lot of friends in the city because she actually, when she was young, my age, she actually went to school here. So actually, most of my mother's friend groups and therefore her support system is actually in the city. You know who doesn't have anybody in the city? Me. I've been here for like more than a year and it gets really, really lonely sometimes because like all of my friends aren't here and I don't know anybody here. I've never like spent time in this city. It's different if we had moved to like say like Bandung, West Java. I would have more like I would be more happy moving there because I went to college in Bandung and even now I still have a good portion of my friend group living in Bandung, right? But here I don't have anybody. And sometimes I feel like I think at the time I didn't really think about it, you know, because all I cared about was just my mother. But after a while, it feels a bit, I don't know if this is mean to say, but it feels a bit unfair, you know? Because it feels as though like my brother's life can still go on. You don't have to move, right? Because I'm the one who moves to you. And my mother adapted, but she gets to see her friends all day, every day. And I'm just alone. Sorry, this is really sad. I'm sorry. I did not mean for this to be so sad. I meant this to be like a really funny haha little session, you know, but like yeah, but like I also kind of want to tell the context to you guys. But yeah, it's not that I don't have friends. Like, as you know, I talk every day to my friends. Like, thank goodness for Discord, right? thank goodness for Discord and everything. Like, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have like Discord or just like streaming or just like online community. And I know for some people, like maybe for some people who are really mentally healthy, they're like, you gotta touch grass, you know, you can't have like maybe some people will have opinions where they say it's not healthy when all of your relationship is entirely online. Maybe it's not, but right now it's like it's the only thing I can afford. It's really, really the only thing I can afford because I try to get into communities over here, but that's also a challenge in itself. Because just because I'm here now doesn't mean I'm free from responsibility to my family and its business, right? Two, maybe it's probably my skill issue, guys. I don't know if you guys can relate, but as a 28-year-old woman with like still, you know, with like still going through her grief and trauma and everything, sometimes the idea of introducing myself to an already pre-existing group or circle, even if it's local, it's a bit daunting. Heck, even I'm surprised that I'm brave enough to go to conventions, you know, because I really thought I wouldn't have the guts to do it. I really thought that I wouldn't be brave enough to show myself up publicly in real life to people on account of many things, on account of like anxiety and grief and trauma and unresolved issue and like my paranoia thinking like, oh shit, what if if I go show myself publicly, that's when somebody's gonna like kill me, you know? But I'm trying. And I'm really glad I did, because like, like baby steps, right? Like, but I also feel like maybe because I don't really have a life other than working in the city, maybe that's why I'm so into working right now. It's not really healthy, but it's the one thing that helps me cope. And FF14. I had to change my FF14 account to JP so that I can better afford it. So now every day I play Final Fantasy 14 with a new account all the way from the beginning. I'm really happy about that. You are in a very unusual and unfortunate situation. There isn't a right way to do things right now. And I think that's fine that your friends are mostly online. I do think so too. I feel like beggars can't be choosers. Sure, in a more optimal situation, I would try to push myself to have in real life friends other than online friends. But right now, I really can't be too picky, But yeah, that's basically what's been happening. And to be honest, I've been getting into a bit of a arguments and sometimes difficult situation with my own extended family, because now that I'm here in this city, everybody is like, oh yeah, we just have to live the rest of our lives in this city. But me, I don't feel like I belong, or at least not yet. No matter what I do, I just don't feel at home here because I don't have anything else other than myself here. So I want to go home to Bali, even if it means that I'll have to live alone in my family's empty home. I don't mind, but not everybody likes my decision because they feel like I'm leaving my family, And I had to assure people like I'm not trying to betray or leave my family. But you have to understand that after father died, I've sacrificed so many things for my family. The least that I can do to myself is place myself in a home that I actually want to live in, That actually sounds scary. I'm not gonna be entirely alone in Bali, guys. Don't worry. If I actually move to Bali, then that means there's no way I'm just gonna be living alone in the family home. I will have security with me. And another reason that I wanted to go home to my family home is because the house is, well, not really empty. 80% of my belongings are still there. 80% of my belongings are still there. So somebody needs to go back and start sorting things out, because even if we don't have any plans to live in that home anymore, we still have to, figure out what we're gonna do with that home, right? And I have some ideas. I have some business ideas. For example, because it's a good enough position in the city and a good amount of land, we could turn that home into a business. We could turn it into a restaurant. We could turn it into a cafe. Heck, we could even turn it into a venue, like rent it out for other businesses, right? You can even turn it into an Airbnb because it's such a good optimal position within the city. So somebody has to go there and actually think about these stuffs, And if nobody else is capable of doing it, then I will, But then they asked me like, would you want to live there? And if you ask me, if I have the option to not sell that home, I would. Um, I in my dreams, I don't need, I mean, it's a family home. I'm just one person. So clearly, I don't need like a 4-person, 5-person, 6-person family home all for myself. That's too much. I'm just one person. I don't need a lot. We could divide up the house, and for my share of the house and land, I was thinking I wanted to revive the land and start making a homestead. Because one thing that I missed is that when I left Bali and went to this city, there's no space for me to garden like I usually do. So yeah, having your own property and land, yeah, in this economy, like, I need people to understand how privileged I am to even like inherit or own properties or land. That's incredibly privileged, you know. But with that privilege also comes like responsibilities. Like, I don't want to fuck it up, you know. I don't want to fuck it up. So yeah, my dream is that I want to go back home and with my trusted group of security, and I want to see what I can do with that home. If we have to sell it, then even though it breaks my heart, I'll say goodbye to my longtime home. But if not, then I'd like to have my share and just turn it into just a small living space for me where I can do my work in peace and just garden, I guess. Maybe adopt another dog when I'm ready. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm sorry if this got really sad, but that's basically what I've been doing. Oh man, I miss gardening. I miss tending to my garden. Sometimes, let's say every 3 months or so, I'll go home to Bali and visit my home, clean it up, because I also have I've mentioned this to you guys, but in the near future, I'm also gonna be going on trial. Not me, I'm not the one on trial, but like, there's a lot of shenanigan after my father died in regards to the extended family clan and its inheritance. Classic case of Asian family, but that too escalated to a point that me as the heiress, well, yeah, that's not done yet. No, it's not done. It's not done. Kay's gonna be on her farm sim protect arc. I hope I can have my own like Stardew Valley arc, you know, the whole like, I don't want to live here anymore goes to grandpa's inherited farm. Is this the same trial? No, it's different. Like, the issue of my harasser or stalker is one thing. The issue of my extended family backstabbing my mother the moment that my father died, it's another thing. My family is Mexican and my dad's side has been fighting about in it. Ah, man, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. Jesus Christ. So yeah, when I say that it gets really lonely, it's been really lonely for me. It's a culmination of many things. It's leaving my home, like secretly leaving my home like some kind of criminal, even though I haven't done anything, like some kind of exile. And then on top of that, staying in a city with no friends And then just not being able to trust my own clan, my own extended family, it's a lot. When all of your aunts and uncles tell you like, it's okay, you can trust us, but I know I can't. Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own agenda, and even though you act lovey-dovey to me, I can't trust that love, because behind the scene, turns out you're plotting for my downfall. So yeah. I even had sorry. I even had one sibling of my father's. I won't say which one, but since my father had a big family, I even had one sibling of my father who, when I got ill and sick not long after my father's funeral, because I couldn't sleep, I was too scared to sleep, and I had to handle all of his business and bankings and accounts at once, and I got sick. One of my father's siblings came to me, and basically she told me that like maybe I got sick is like some sort of karma, because I'm in the way between her family and like inheritance, that my inheritance should be theirs and everything. And then after that, before she left, she said, if I'm not careful, I'm going to end up just like my father. Dead, she means. So yeah, that's the kind of situation I'm dealing with. I don't really know who to trust. I don't really know who to trust. And honestly, this has reflected onto my day-to-day life with like friends and friendship and whatnot. Because I'm not in a mental state where I can entertain a lot of bullshit right now. Unfortunately, that means that I've had to cut out a lot of people from my life. It's not really anything. Some of them are just like not good people that I've tolerated because I was scared of being lonely. Some of them I just realized that they don't care about me, because like they knew all of these things were happening to me, but they not once did they check up on me. But whenever we do talk, it's always about them, and they're always saying things like, oh, Kay is just, I don't know, like Kay, I don't know what's up with Kay, but she doesn't play with us anymore, and those kind of things hurt. So after a while, I sat down with myself, and even though it's really scary and it's really lonely, I realized that I need to surround myself with people who I know love me, and I know I can trust my entire life to them, and everybody else can just fuck off. So like that's why like the kind of loneliness that I feel is so complex, because it's not just like, I don't have friends. I do have friends. I trust them. They're just not physically here with me. But even if they were physically here with me, it might not immediately cure my loneliness, right? We never know. And second of all, it's so weird because I feel like, yeah, you're feeling lonely, but I also feel guilty because you're the one who also cut people out, Like, there's gonna be days where I'm really proud that I cut people off, and there's like also days where I feel so guilty because I feel like, why did you do that, Now you're lonely and you got nobody to blame but yourself, right? So yeah, it's a complex thing, but like, again, at the end of the day, it's my what was I gonna say? It's like my issue that I need to work on, and I'm already working on it, you know. Loneliness is a fickle thing, huh? It really is a fickle thing. Like, I'd say I'm lonely, but then I'd cut out people because I'm not happy with them. So, yeah. I don't know. But, you know, like, I'm sorry to be so sad, but, like, to end this on a happy note, I'm still here. You know, like, to end this on a not like a depressing note or anything, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. Even though there are days where I do wish I was far, far away from all of this, I'm still here. It's not always rainbows and sunshine, but you know, as long as I still get to do things that I like even a little bit, I'll be fine. Because man, I cannot even begin to describe how lonely and just depressing it was when I realized that I had no choice but to take my father's role, like all the men and head of the family before him, and his father and his mother and his mother before him and her mother before. There was a point where I got so sad. Even now, I'm still sad about it, thinking that no matter what I do, I'm never gonna be able to escape like this responsibility that I was born with. I didn't ask for it, but it's there. And if I don't do my job, then other people, other staffs, and families whose livelihood depend on my family, they're gonna suffer. So, in the face of such a decision, is it really a choice for me to not pick up the mantle, you know? I'm guessing it's not as easy as selling the business. I've entertained that idea many times, but it's not as easy as that. More like, if I do that, then the ensuing family civil war that will happen, it's gonna be really terrible. I'm not sure if I can risk my entire family going through that, you know. It's I don't know how to explain it properly, but yeah. Because a lot of people have told me, like, what if you just run away, you know? You don't have to take up the throne, right? You don't have to take up your father's mantle like his fathers before him. You can just go and leave and just be a person. I know I can. But if I do that, that's like, oh god, I already know like the kind of fucking destruction that's gonna happen. I'm sorry if this might sound rude, but have you tried to reach a psychiatric? I am. I am currently seeing professional help. So yeah. And you're right, like the amount of burden that I'm having, it's definitely worth visiting one. So that's what I've been doing. I hooked myself up with professional help because obviously this is too much for one person to bear. And even now, I'm still grateful that I'm privileged enough to get professional help, because for most people, sometimes they don't have the money, the resources, the support, or even the time to get professional help, right? So the one thing that I kept telling myself, as crazy and self-deprecating as this might be, things are not okay, but the fact that I still get to fuck around and be a VTuber, I still have a PC that can play Ace Combat 7, I still have time to play Ace Combat 7, and I can still fuck around, make small businesses, like going to events where you don't even know if you're gonna turn back some profit. All of that still speaks of privilege and time, right? So, as bad as it might. I'm not trying to like make it seem like my problem isn't big, but sometimes I also need to like step back and see that I am still lucky and privileged to have so many things that other people in my position might not necessarily have, you know? Gotta warm up in time for Ace Combat 8, that's true! The fact that you can consider all of these things means you are capable of leading. Oh. Why would you say that? I'm gonna cry now. Okay, it's okay. Thank you. Jeez. I don't hear that from many people, but I try. I try my best. That's all. Sometimes it's the small things that keep us hanging, huh? Yeah. I feel like I feel like maybe me doing streams and just like going to conventions and drawing, just doing whatever that my soul tells me to do is kind of like a kind of like me, like my little attempt of rebelling against like what my bloodline orders me to do, you know? Like, oh, okay, you gotta take up the mantle. Okay, I'm gonna take up the mantle, but like on the side, I'm gonna be a fucking weeb. And there's nothing you guys can do about it. like there's absolutely nothing that anybody can do about it. So, yeah, that's basically what's been going on. Oh, man. It's just like my way from preventing myself from crashing out, you know. But yeah, all in all, guys, things are not fine. I need to acknowledge my issues, but I think it's equally important that I acknowledge like how incredibly privileged I am to still be here and have time to do silly shit like, you know, afford a VTuber model and stream to you guys. But that's why I keep telling you guys that sometimes I'm sorry if it seems as though like I can never make streaming or VTubing like my main source of income. I would love to. Maybe one day, who knows, right? But as of right now, this is just a thing that I do when I have the time, and it's just something that I do to keep myself happy. And if it turns up some kind of support or profit, sure, I'll use it like to, I don't know, make my life happier. But like, for now, it's just like a hobby that I'm kind of serious about. There you go. Maybe one day I'll move back home, get my share of like a small little cottage, small little hut, small little doesn't even have to be a small little house, apartment, whatever. Have a few pots of plants, have a cat or a dog, and maybe when people leave me alone, I can just stream to my heart's content, you know? Thank you for spending any amount of time with us. Thank you for spending any amount of time with me. Whenever I went to cons, especially in ChibiCon, a lot of people gave me like fan art, hand-drawn things, and they were all really cute. Thank you. And some of them, there was I'm sorry. To end this on a good note, because I think I have to close the stream soon, but to end this on a funny note, there was somebody on ChibiCon who gave me a hand-drawn illustration of Skipper, and it was so cute, so beautiful, and I keep it in a special box in my room so it doesn't get dusted up or dirty, because I haven't found a spot where I could hang it properly. And then I don't know if you're here, but like the person told me how grateful they were for the time that I spent, especially not just now, but in my previous incarnation, if you would. And I kept telling them, like, thank you, but I also want you to know that these kind of things are things that, in my opinion, takes two people to tango on, right? Like, there's no point in me doing this if there aren't you and everybody else who actually gave me a chance, because you give me the one thing that you can't get back, which is time, right? You gave me your time, you know? So it was just a back and forth of like, no thank you, and I was like, no thank you, no thank you, and I'm like, no bitch, thank you. And then they also apologized because they didn't know whether it was appropriate to bring up like my past incarnation to me in front of me, because they were scared that maybe I'd find that offensive. And I told them like, oh no, it's fine. I mean, like, as long as we're both being polite about it, like I don't mind at all, you know. I don't mind at all. And they're like, okay, like I'm gonna go look around now. Thank you again, see you later. And I was like, okay, see you later. Now while we were talking, there were like two other groups of customers waiting. So after that person left, the next customer came, and I went back to my customer service mode, just like, hello, how's your day, or like, good afternoon, looking for something, or you want me to just leave you to look around. The funniest thing is that the next customer came, and maybe they've been eavesdropping on what me and the first person were saying. The next group of customer came, and they said in Indonesian like, Kak, iya, aku sama kayak yang tadi. Basically they said in Indonesian like, miss, yeah, I'm actually the same with the first person. And I was like, oh, I see. Hi. So apparently they also didn't know whether it's appropriate to talk about my past work with me. But then when they came to my table, there's already somebody talking about it. So they were like, oh, I guess it's fine. Oh man, I'm glad people are very polite about it. I'm glad too. I know, like, it's a very sensitive subject, and I do want to reiterate that just because I'm okay with talking about it when it's necessary as a context, I'm not okay talking about it if it's like out of the blue, you know? I feel like if I constantly talk about it out of the blue for no goddamn reason, it will make it as though as like it's as if like I haven't moved on or something. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with that, right? But at the same time, I do acknowledge it's a part of me. I will never like lie or deny it when asked. But I do want to reiterate that just because I'm okay with talking about it when necessary, just a little reminder that it doesn't mean that other people in the same position as me are okay. And I don't want to assume, and I think people also shouldn't assume. So when it comes to other people who are in the same boat as I am, it's always good to just ask, I guess. So yeah, but I'm really glad that everybody is polite about it. So yeah, I think some people also told me that they think I'd hate it if you bring it up to me. I don't hate it per se. I just don't really like it if it gets brought up like super incessantly, you know, just like it's like, hey, aren't you blah 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 blah, blah. Like yeah, that gets annoying. But like if it comes from like a polite place, if it's just to say hi, if it's just to tell me something that you want to say to me, I don't mind at all. It's fine, you know. It's fine. I'm not gonna like not acknowledge it. That makes a lot of sense. Don't make your whole shtick pining for the past. That's how I feel too. Sometimes I had a few moments where during my whole depressive episode after my father's passing that people were chasing me asking about that, and I was so mad because I was like, my life is crumbling before my eyes, and you want to know how you want to know about like that previous persona, really? You know, it's like that is so far away from my list of like priorities, you know. Sometimes it's a little bit like that. Like, I as a person have evolved. My life has far more issues and necessities than staying in the past, you know. But that doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge it. I think that's like the best way that I can put it. But yeah, but again, goes to show that I know and understand that most people that are here come from my previous work, and I'm really, really grateful for that. That's part of the reason why I'm not just gonna forget about who I was, even if temporarily, right? Because I know that what I have now has trickled down from what I was then, right? And for that, I really owe you guys a thank you, you know. Like, I see a lot of discussions online sometimes where people ask like, are we, because I'm also a VTuber fan, are we as a fan obligated to continue following somebody that you were watching once they've quit and they resurface with like a new identity or persona? I remember that my adamant view on this subject is that no, you are not obligated whatsoever, because the person that they are now as a whole new identity might not be the same person that they were, right? There's so many factors going in that made them like the persona that they were back then. Once they leave those places and like those agreements and deals and trainings and whatnot, they might not even be the same person anymore, right? And that's fair. They can do whatever they want, but that also means that, you know, you, as somebody who enjoys their content and whatnot, you're not obliged whatsoever to follow them. And by all means, I don't like it when you choose to not follow them over that bridge, over that rainbow bridge, you know, into that other side of what they are now. I don't quite like it when people then say like, well, if you don't follow them into their next incarnation, means you never liked them in the first place. That's so mean. Maybe some of you guys disagree with me, and that's fine, but me personally, I feel like that's so mean. Who's to say that I didn't like person A when they were, you know, when they were with that kind of branding? I really like them, but once they leave that and they evolve as a person and things change, and I try to follow them over the rainbow, but turns out I don't really click with what they're doing right now or the kind of person they are right now, that's fine. I'm just not into it. I've also evolved, right? I really don't like it when people are like, oh, it means that you were never loyal to them. Well, okay, you know. It's quite mean, so yeah. That's such a snobbish POV. I feel like if you believe that, you I'm sorry, but you might want to touch grass a little bit. I'm sorry. I know what I'm saying is also mean, but I do believe that if we've become so chronically online to the point that we think that it's like we owe loyalty to that point, you might want to touch a bit of grass. Oh, sorry, I have to blow my nose. Sorry. things are definitely huge of subtlety. There's so much that goes into these things that it's okay to have something not exactly. Look, I think we all underestimate the so many little factors that turn, like, not even a VTuber, but just sometimes, I know this is a bit dehumanizing to say, forgive me, but when we talk about characters, you know, sometimes VTubers, streamers, content creator, they end up becoming like a character, right? It's dehumanizing, but sometimes I feel like it's true. And sometimes we underestimate the amount of factors that get put into what made them into the quote-unquote character that they are. Once they're in a different place, in a different time, with different liberties, they might be a whole entirely different character. Heck, they might not even be playing a character anymore. You know? The way Skipper glitches when you blow your nose, it's so funny. You might even say they have developed a persona. Did you see that? I saw in my YouTube somebody dropping the Chinese demo of Persona 4 Revival. I don't know if that got... I don't know if you guys have seen it. But, yeah, just go to YouTube, like, Persona 4 Revival, Chinese demo playthrough by Faz. I was watching it before the stream and I was like, yo, look at the title screen. But yeah, look, what I'm trying to say is that I know people are not obliged to follow me, swear loyalty to me, or even give me your time of the day to listen to me. And despite my past work being years ago, I remember people, I remember their names, and I remember what I had, even if temporarily. And that's how I know that it's important to acknowledge that the people who are here right now, accompanying me and listening to me, like a lot of you are from that previous time. So I just wanted to remind you that there's absolutely no obligation. But if this is a choice and not an obligation for you to be here with me, I don't have anything else to say other than thank you, you know? So yeah, don't thank me, bitch. Thank you! Thank me! Thank you, bitch! So really, when you say thank you to me, I really do mean it when I say, like, I feel like it should be the other way around, you know? Because I'm just doing my own thing. It's everybody else who chooses whether they want to be a part of that or not. So yeah. Okay, it has gotten too sincere and sappy now that I am now uncomfortable. Oh man. What stream plans do I have? Honestly, I'm a little bit on an FF14 grind right now, and I do understand that not a lot of people are interested in seeing me play FF14. Heck, some people might not even be interested in FF14 by its own. But I don't always have time to stream, but when I do, I might either stream myself going through FF14 from the beginning again, or I'll just be playing a few games that I picked up. Because during my absence, I started wishlisting. Oh, sorry, that was my box falling. I started wishlisting a few games, a few one-shots, a few horror, a few comfy games and whatnot. So I'll probably be playing that. So yeah. I tend to be a follower, at the very least getting some closure. Just wondering how you were doing, and not long after, by coincidence, Big Brother YouTube recommends KarmicKrow. God damn it. Thank you, but like, god damn it. I just re-upped FF14 too. Oh man. Do you have lore for your new wall? So glad you asked. My wall, if you ever play in the Kujata server in Elemental, and you come across one Uryu Aran, that's me. That's little old me. And she's a Zale Aura. And lore-wise, she's from the Azem steppe. Actually, she is the former Khatun of her tribe in the Azem steppe, the Aran tribe. You might be wondering, if she's a Khatun, if she's the leader of her tribe, what the fuck is she doing here? And if you noticed, yeah, I may have gone a bit personal with her little leader of the clan type shit lore that I put. It might have come from a personal experience. I might have put a little bit of myself there. But yeah. But yeah, I basically made this fictional tribe within the Azem steppe called the Aran tribe, where they specialize in foresight and spirit consultation. And I made it so that Uryu, for like her entire life, was destined to be the Khatun. She's like the number one seer of the tribe, right? Until one day she actually made a wrong fortune telling, a wrong prediction, and some bad shit happened. And so they cut her hair and exiled her from the clan. And you know, because she doesn't have anywhere else to go, she just starts adventuring, and that's how she ends up in fucking Limsa Lominsa, I guess. I don't know. That's like her entire shtick. The funniest thing about Uryu is that I have two characters in Final Fantasy XIV. I have Serene and I have Uryu. And Uryu has such a sad backstory, but she's actually a little goofball of a character. She's far more cheerful, far more sassy. Serene, on the other hand, is such a brooding character. But if you know her backstory, she's fine. She had an okay childhood, brooding we don't know where she got her brooding tendencies from. She's just like that, you know, like, bitch, you had like food, warm bed, food over your head. You had a loving father who doted on you, and she grows up and she ends up all edgy and brooding. Meanwhile, you have Uryu, you know, myself insert somewhat. And she has such a like tragic, isolating background, and she's like yeah. Oh man. Wait, is it the one that's marrying Graha? Oh no, the one that's marrying Graha is me. That's right. It's me. It's not my wall. It's me. Across the screen. That's right. It's me. I'm the one marrying Graha. Girl? Yes. What are you talking about? It's me. Because, I don't know, Graha is such a good character that every time I make a new wall, I tell myself, you will not have your wall canonically fall in love with Graha again, you know, like, let's pick somebody else. Like, Serene had, like, Horshafan, right? Like, super duper tragic stuff. And I was like, Uryu, like, Serene had Horshafan, and then tragedy happens, and then after that, she starts bonding with Graha. But Uryu, I was like, Uryu, you cannot fall in love with Graha again. But then I meet Graha, and I'm like, damn it. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I've been going through. Sorry, I told myself that this was actually gonna be a hee hee haha session, hee hee haha stream, since I haven't seen many of you for like 2 months, and I'm sorry if it got really sad. But you know, like I'm really happy that you guys would lend me your ears, haha. But yeah, I think that's it for me. We're edging to 3 hours. Wow, I keep telling myself that I'm only gonna be talking for like 2 hours, but like here I am, 3 hours in. I always keep doing this. When has a K stream ever went as expected? That is very true. I don't have much control over my streams anymore. Oh man. Otsuke, miss you for real. Thank you. I miss you guys too. Otsu. I want to be, now that Komipara is still 2 months away, I should have some more time to stream a bit more consistently. So let's see. But you know, fair warning, I'll just be doing whatever the hell I want. But yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you again, everybody, for stopping by. I really appreciate your support. Don't make a habit of giving me money when I haven't even done anything, but I appreciate it regardless. The money you give me will go into my projects and also funding my ventures in selling knickknacks, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for your support. I'll keep doing my best over here. So, whatever's going on in your life, I hope you're also doing your best. I'll do my best to be your... No, send and thank you again. What did I say about not giving me money? Resting glitchface, thank you. The horrors are endless, yet I remain silly. Glad to see you again, Kay. Whether it's hihi haha convention stories or Sonozaki subplots, here's money. Thank you. Did you guys like that new SFX? It's so cute, right? Oh my god. Anyway, I will do my best, and I'll also do my best to be your occasional, totally not parasocial, like platonic, totally not parasocial, your occasional the screen goblin from time to time, you know. It's so magical. I know, I love it. But yeah, I think that's all. Please take care of yourself and one another, especially if you're Indonesian. I hate living here. Okay, I'll see you guys again. Bye bye.